Okay, give me money, or I shoot him, and then I shoot all you motherfuckers, and then we take it. Your choice, bitches. The Hangover, released in 2009 and is directed by Todd Phillips, who has also directed such films like Old School, Starsky and Hutch, Hangover Parts 2 and 3, War Dogs, and a little film by the name of Joker. One of those movies is not like the other. And this film is starring Bradley Cooper, Ed Helms, Zach Galifianakis, Heather Graham, and Ken Jeong. It's the weekend before Doug's big wedding, and Doug's best friends Phil, Stu, and Alan want to throw the best bachelor party ever. So all of them hit the road and go out to Las Vegas. And just before they hit the town, they have a celebratory toast to everyone in hopes of having a great night. The next thing they remember is waking up in their hotel suite that has been demolished, trashed, and has a Siberian tiger in the bathroom. And now, shockingly, Doug has gone missing. So Phil, Stu, and Alan take the next couple of days in trying to recount their steps as to what happened that night in hopes that they will find Doug and be able to get him back in time for his wedding. It's the movie that proves that whatever happens in Vegas definitely stays in Vegas, except for herpes. That shit'll follow you to the rest of your life. I remember this film being the breakout comedy of 2009. Everyone was talking about how hilarious this movie was and how everyone needed to see it because Zach Galifianakis, who came out of nowhere, no one had heard of him before, he was just hilarious in this entire thing, and yes, that is absolutely right. He is the breakout star of this whole movie. Well, actually, I take that back. The breakout star, for me, is Ken Jeong as Chow. Holy crap. That character is hilarious. That man is hilarious. And he's hilarious because he's so freaking intelligent. He's an actor, but he's also a registered doctor. He has a couple of videos on YouTube where he's taking people's tweets about, how, if I have a rash, or how can I hear better with earbuds and things like that. And his answers and how straightforward they are and how he kind of makes fun of a couple of people. It's hilarious. That man is... I will say it, he's a national treasure. I like saying that about a couple of people. And you know that he's the breakout star because then when Hangover Part 2 and Part 3 comes along, he's like one of the main central characters. And I think in 3, he's like the MacGuffin. He's the thing that everyone is chasing after. I don't know, I've only seen it once because it was not good. I remember enjoying Part 2 though, but I think the big criticism with that movie was that it was just a complete rehash and a remake of this one, just in, I want to say Korea? But we're not talking about those, we're talking about the original. And this movie beautifully captures the whole party vibe within a group of friends. You have Bradley Cooper, who's always wanting to keep going and to keep the night going. He always has a positive outlook on everything. Even when things are obviously not going well and they should come to a halt, he's always the one trying to push it and keeping it going and just having the positive outlook on everything. And then you have Stu, who is the constant worrier, who's always thinking about their significant other and getting into trouble with them and always needing to check in on them. Are they responsible? Yes. But in a lot of ways, they're very uptight and need to loosen up. Then every group has that Alan who is kind of the idiot out of everyone, and the one that you could easily say, hey, go do this, that's completely stupid, and they will go and do it in an instant because they're trying to impress everyone because all of you are his friends. I feel like when I was in high school, I was definitely an Alan. I was always trying really hard to get people to laugh and like me. But then as I've gotten older, I've realized that I've definitely turned into a Doug, who is kind of the average Joe. He gets along with everyone, and then he really calls it quits before everyone else does, kind of breaks off and does his own thing. Yeah, that's me. When I go to a party, I will get my drink and I will sit down. I'll sit in a corner, and if someone wants to come over and talk to me, feel free to do so. I will gladly talk to you. I just don't want to make the effort to get in the middle of the circle. Sorry. The movie is very fun. It's, I guess, how would you call it? It's a whodunit type movie where you're realizing step by step, oh wow, you did these crazy things last night. They wake up and the scene starts and you have all these clues. Stu has lost a tooth. There's a frickin' tiger in the bathroom. There is a baby crying in the closet. So you, the audience, have all of these questions in your head. How did all of this happen? And that's really the question that all these guys have too. So it's very relatable, and you're figuring things out just as other people are figuring them out in the movie as well. And also the whole situation, hell, even the title of the Hangover movie, it just makes you recollect on some of the fun parties that you've been to, right? At least I hope it does. I've never blacked out before, so I guess that concept is definitely foreign to me, but the whole major hangover, oh yes. Oh yes, I've had plenty of those in my early days. And the unraveling of all the information, them following their tracks, leads for a lot of very funny and sometimes surprising cameos and special guest appearances. Heather Graham comes out of nowhere, and she was always one of those actresses in like the late 90s to like the early 2010s, and she was just in everything. TV shows, films, she would always pop up. Which tells me that she's probably one of the most delightful people and actresses to hire for your movie, regardless of what the role is. Ken Jeong appears here, he's introduced to the world, and we have a special guest appearance from frickin' Mike Tyson. Hey, how am I tired of getting in the bathroom, y'all? The man was the biggest thing in the 90s, and how he's managed to keep himself relevant is so shocking. Actually, I think a few years after this movie was released, he had his own one-man show on Broadway. The guy can do no wrong, I guess. He bit a man's ear off during a fight, and yet people still love him. You know, the movie is a ton of fun. It's not without its very just stupid lines and stupid situations, though. It's all there for gag and laughter effect. You can tell at points they're really trying for a joke, and to me, the funniest stuff is things that just naturally happen. But when you're really trying, in particular, a lot of it happens with Zach Galifianakis. When you're really trying to get that laugh out of someone, at points it just kind of feels pathetic, and it's like, okay, just ease up on it a little bit. We'll laugh when it's funny, okay? I promise. You are a funny actor. I believe it, but just let it happen, please. I also feel like this movie is very anticlimactic, or like we climax very early, and we have a very long resolution and closing period. Like, they finally make it to the wedding at the end of the movie, but that doesn't feel like the big part. I mean, that's the thing that we're all leading up to, is to get Doug, to find Doug so we can get to his wedding on time. And we get there. It feels like all of this buildup was for nothing. And then shortly after that, we have all of the other kind of resolutions for all of our characters. But again, it feels anticlimactic, and this movie just kind of ends. To me, it felt like the screenwriter was just trying to wrap it up and couldn't think of anything kind of clever. He just got to a certain page limit and was like, well, I gotta wrap it up in the next page, so here, dialogue, and I guess done. That's how it felt to me watching it. Leading up to it, though, it is a good time. It is very funny in many parts. You have a lot of great standout performances here, and the first one, The Hangover, yeah, it's a really good comedy, which is shocking, especially in the last couple of decades. Comedy has been very hit or miss with me, or if someone is putting it out saying, hey, this is the next funny movie, I kind of go, yeah, okay, we'll see. This one did get a lot of laughs out of me the first time I watched it, and even this last time watching it for this review. I'm going to give The Hangover 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I like it a lot.
Alright guys, now comes my favorite part in my videos, where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next, and the next one comes from a screener that I received from Jenga Films through gingernutsofhorror.com, a great website where you can go to check out a bunch of reviews on anything that's horror, a lot of great people that work and collaborate over there. Go ahead and check them out, again, gingernutsofhorror.com, and this screener that I picked up here is actually, I don't know, the title, it just really caught me, and I really want to watch it. It's called The Ice Cream Truck. From what I gather, it's about a serial killer that drives around this suburban area killing people. So, yeah, I guess that would kind of make sense. You know that's what ice cream truck drivers really are doing. They're mapping out the area when they drive around. They have their little song that they play. Yeah, sure, I'm giving you ice cream. I'm also checking to see who's home. Them ice cream truck drivers. Very shady people. So we'll check out that one next time. If any of you have recommendations of films that you want me to review on here, you can leave a recommendation below this video, or go to my Facebook page, my Instagram, or my Twitter, leave your recommendation there, and if I have access to it, I will watch, review it, and give you a shout on the channel. And if you want me to do your recommendation as quickly as I possibly can and bypass the whole random generator that I have here, you can make a PayPal donation on the main page of my YouTube channel. Any size donation will do, just attach your movie with the donation, and if I have access to it, I will watch it and publish my review review of it as quickly as I possibly can. So guys, if you've seen The Hangover, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before, and you stumbled across it because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that bell so you'll know the next time I release my next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time with my review of The Ice Cream Truck. So in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.